Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope all is well. Today, we will look at what our bodies go through physically and mentally with the dope sick withdrawals. Now, there's a lot of doctors out there that can break it down to you and give it to you in a better term. But unless you lived it, unless you went through it, you really just do not have a clue. And also in this video, I will share with y'all my experiences with alcoholism withdrawals, everything that I went through. So in this video today, you will learn about what our bodies go through physically, mentally with the dope sick withdrawals. And also I will share with y'all what I went through with my alcoholism withdrawals. We finna get right into it. Let's go.
And he was going there and just a nightmare, disrupting everything, yelling, crying, all kinds of stuff, you know, running out to the car to.
So if this is y'all first time to the channel, I would love for you all to go watch the recent interviews or the latest videos we did back in the day with Richie also. What's up, bro?
Hey, yo, what's up?
I can't call it, man. It's another beautiful day.
I have a way of navigating my way through triggers, but in the process of recovery, I've picked up a lot of tools and I've latched on and jumped in the back pockets of people with more experience in recovery. And when I have those triggers, I pick up a tool.
Now, this is Mr. Show Out TV, my podcast, where we talk about addiction. And we try to come up with solutions. We try to come up with ways that we can actually help people that is battling addiction. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, you guys, we finna break it down what our bodies go through physically, mentally, everything that we go through when we coming off these withdrawals from these substances. Once our body try to get used to coming off of these substances, what our body go through physically and mentally, it can be agony. If you have not lived through this or you do not know anything about it, you would just not know. You would not understand. And I have the feeling that it's a lot of people out there that's really confused about what dope sickness is, what is withdrawals from alcohol is, what our bodies go through and what it's like. So today I will be sharing with y'all a video. I will be sharing with y'all a video as well. So we can just try to get some understanding. And so I can really try to express this to a lot of people out there that probably just really do not know what's going on. But as a disclaimer, that I am not a doctor. No shit, Sherlock Holmes. They know that already. Yeah. That is true. But I am a person that is in long-term recovery, and I have been sober and clean for 2.5 years. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. Now we're finna get into some of the facts of what our body go through and what we go through physically and mentally when we coming off these withdrawals and we being dope sick. Number one, withdrawals occurs when a person, depending on the substance, such as drugs or alcohol, stop using for a significantly reduce their intake. It's the body way of readjusting to the functioning without the substance. Number two, the severity of withdrawal symptoms can vary depending on the factors such as the type of substance, duration of use, individual factors like overall health, and genetics. Number three, common symptoms of drug withdrawals may include anxiety, depression, irritability, insomnia, sweating, nausea, vomiting, muscle aches, and craving for the drug. Number four, the duration of withdrawal symptoms also vary. While some symptoms may subside within a few days, others may persist for weeks or even months. Number five, medical detoxification, which involves supervised withdrawals with medical intervention, is often recommended for individuals who have severe addiction or at risk of complications during the withdrawals. Number six, detoxification alone is not significant for a long-term recovery. It should be followed up with a comprehensive addiction treatment, including therapy and counseling, and to address the underlying cause of the addiction. Number seven, Certain substances, such as benzos and alcohol, can lead to life-threatening withdrawal symptoms, including seizures and delirium tremors. Medical supervision is essential for these cases. Number 8, the emotional and physical toll of addiction withdrawal can be significant. Many individuals experience mood swings, depression, and anxiety during the process. Number 9, relapse rates during this withdrawals can be high, as the cravings and discomfort expressed during the withdrawal may lead to individuals to seek relief by using again. Number 10, support from family, friends, and addiction specialists is crucial during these withdrawals period and when we go through them. So them are some of the facts that actually occurs when we going through these withdrawals. Them are some of the facts. So I would love for you guys right after this video to go take notes, rewind this replay, come right back to that and write these down so you can have the notes for you. But I'm finna get into some of my personal experiences with my withdrawals from alcohol. Once I got off alcohol, you guys, my experiences with that was like, it was tormenting. It was abuse to me, basically. It's like my stomach was going through, it's like when you're wringing out water, right? When you're wringing out a towel and you're wringing out the water, my stomach was always in cramps. It was like somebody was just twisting my stomach. I will wake up out of sweats. 1 minute I will be cold, the next minute I will be hot. I was always sweating. I was trying to vomit, but wasn't nothing coming up because I wasn't eating during the times of my period when I was abusing alcohol. I will always have these shakes. My hand will constantly shake. And people would notice that. When I'm around people and I'm trying to express what I'm doing with my hands, or I might pull my phone out, people will actually see my hands shaking. And they will also comment about it. Oh, that's that alcohol. You got the shakes. That's what they call the alcohol, the shakes from being on alcohol for such a long period of time. I used to have these headaches, you guys. I used to have these tremendous headaches that I couldn't sleep. I always had restless nights. Withdrawal from alcohol, to me, is very similar to being dope sick. We go through the same agony. We go through the same pain. There's really no difference. But I'm finna get right into this video and we finna break it down a little bit more of what goes on. Let's get right into it, you guys.
Experts and doctors telling you what being dope sick feels like, going through heroin withdrawal. That's great, but they've never been through it. They can list off symptoms, but it's not the same. This video, I am going to give you the honest, raw truth on what is actually going through the mind of an addict and how it feels during dope sickness.
Dope sickness typically refers to coming off heroin, coming off oxy, any opioid, Vicodin, Percocet, Dilaudid, fentanyl, whatever. Some people use it when talking about other drugs, but that's usually what it's referring to, coming off heroin. If you're taking any of those other things in large amounts, you will have dope sickness. Somewhere between 4 to 8 hours after your last hit, one of those symptoms is going to creep up. Some people it's runny nose, some people it's yawn, some people it's getting cold. For me, it was nose, runny nose, and it would get worse and worse. So I'd blow my nose every 10 minutes and then every 3 minutes and then every minute. Also, it was the yawns. Start yawning. Then they'd get worse. Then they'd come every couple minutes, and each one, these are not normal yawns. These are those, I've been up for 4 days, can't sleep, and know that I gotta go do something and still can't get any more sleep. They hurt, they come more, they hurt your whole body, and you know with each one, it's just gonna get longer and deeper and worse. For me, that was when I knew, boom, this is starting and this is gonna get worse. At that same time, when that first symptom, whatever it is, for me, those yawns started coming, the mental panic and anguish begins to turn into this race. If I'm still in active addiction, and the reason I'm going through withdrawal is I just can't find something, then that race of I need to get something, because if I wait 5 hours, this is all going to be so much worse, begins. That, oh my God, I got to get this. If I'm going through withdrawal, like, all right, I'm done, I'm going to quit, then that is when the mental psychosis of this side of my brain telling me, get that substance, you need it. We've been doing this, we can't function without it. It's like your car saying, I need some gas to run here. And then this side of your brain saying, no, you got to get clean, you got to stay off it, you just get through it, grind through it. That anguish begins and comes and just, it's full blown. Easiest way to describe this, imagine you get dropped off on the top of Mount Everest. You have no gear, you've never done it before. There's a storm coming on the horizon, you're already freezing cold and you have no help. Your only two options are begin going down, which you know this is going to be the most miserable, brutal journey ever, or stay there and die. That anguish begins. Your brain is telling you the journey ahead of you is going to be so painful and miserable and basically impossible, especially if you've tried before and failed a couple times. You're already in the sense of failure. That sense of impending doom is crushing. The only way you can get out of this is either get through it, die, or use. It begins to just destroy, and is it miserable? That is, you don't know what to do. You're restless. Do I use and start it over again? Do I just go through it? What can I do? What makes it better? And there's really nothing but time. Yeah, there's some medications now that can help, but time. Hour 10 to 20, that panic and anxiety is steadily rising along with your blood pressure, heart rate, those symptoms. You are so restless and irritable and nervous and drained, and it's not just sickness. It is so much deeper than that. It's the sense I'm trying to explain here to people who've never been through it. Day one, 24 full hours after your last use, whatever symptoms hit you are going to be in full effect. These are going to just be nailing you so much. And I say whatever symptoms hit you is like the flu or whatever, it can be different. For me, it was runny nose, cramps, hot and cold sweats, restless leg, whole restless body, just nausea. That. For a good friend I have, it was a lot of vomiting, diarrhea. I didn't get that, but that's what they got. Now, the symptoms physical might be a little bit different person to person, but the one common theme is that emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental draining. Every part of the body, including your thoughts, is in this crisis, depression, drained mode of just dead down. Like a computer got nailed with the virus. The car just got totaled. Everything is crushed, destroyed, not working. This is when you want to die. Literally, you want to die. If there is that lever you could pull, take me now, we want to pull it just to get out of that feeling, that pain. Heroin withdrawal, opioid withdrawal is rarely, if ever, fatal, but you feel like you're going to die. During that dope sickness, every task looks impossibly hard. You know, in the movie scene when somebody's, 7 feet away from something they're trying to grab and the movie pans out and it's like, it looks like it's 100 feet away. That is everything. I would be sitting on my bed for 6 hours straight with the worst dry mouth ever saying, I gotta get water, I gotta get water. I tell myself that, I turn my head, see how far it is, and roll over, maybe nod out for a minute or two, then be up for 10 minutes debating the water, finally get up after hours. After 2 or 3 steps, I would have to take a break. Physically, mentally, it's draining. That sink that is 20 feet away looks like it is 2 miles away through, broken glass I gotta crawl. Drop, take a break, drop, take a break. Finally get to the sink to drink the water. I'm not just, drinking my cup of water. I gotta lean on the sink. Take a break after each sip. Multiple times I would drop right there on the kitchen floor after taking a sip, take an hour break until I took the journey back to the bed. This continues for 2 to 7 days, depending, per person, how much they've been using, all that. But what really separates dope sickness apart from, being sick, like a lot of people compare it to the flu. The symptoms can be similar to the flu, but what really makes it different, okay, let's say you had to take off a couple days from work, 3 days from work for the flu. When you get back, you're going to have some extra emails, some extra things to do, some more pressure. Maybe you got to show up a little bit earlier, stay a little bit late. The next week, you might have some extra anxiety and pressure to get caught up. Now imagine the same situation, you take off 3-4 days for dope sickness. During those 3-4 days, and this all has been happening and culminates at that period when you finally are thinking for a couple seconds, your bank account was emptied out totally. You got fired. Every member of your family is pissed off at you and disappointed. Your girlfriend or boyfriend, if they haven't left already, is on the verge of leaving. You owe everybody and their mother money. You got stores, banks, the IRS all coming at you for money you owe them. Your car has no gas and needs, thousands of dollars of repairs to run. Insurance, healthcare, license, all that stuff is either out of date or non-existent. And parole, probation, or the police are looking for you. Imagine all that anxiety and pressure culminated on top of this sickness. You're worried about getting through it, but part of you does not even want to get through it because of all that stuff. Anything and everything that can be going wrong is going wrong in your life. And even getting through the sickness is like, okay, I beat one mountain, now I got 10 times of a bigger mountain to climb. It can be exhausting and overwhelming, and that is what really separates it. To add insult onto injury, the final thing that really separates dope sickness is the grieving. You are grieving this substance, grieving it like the loss of a loved one, literally. We used this substance 5-6 times a day, every day for years. We used it before we ate, when we woke up, before work, during work, after work, before dinner, before hanging out with our girlfriend, before bed, before a shower. It becomes ingrained in every part of our life. Also ingrained in every part of our body. Our bodies get used to it. All of a sudden, we're taking that out. It is like losing a piece of your body. It is like coping without an arm, coping with the loss of a loved one. This thing that has been a part of your life all day, every day for years is now gone or supposed to be gone. You grieve it. You are, what am I going to do? How do I survive without it? How do I live without it? It is a grieving level and pain that is insane, truly insane. That is the raw truth about dope sickness, about what is physically going or mentally going on. it is a level of anguish unparalleled.
There you have it. There you have it, everybody. I really hope that this video give you a clearer understanding of what dope sickness really is and what we go through with these withdrawals. And I hope that my experiences with alcoholism, my withdrawal from that, hopefully give you a little clearer understanding of what we go through. These are not any medical facts from the doctor. These are clearly my experiences, what I went through, everything that I went through. And I hope the video I just shared with you guys give you a clearer understanding of what is going on. I am Mr. Show Out TV, and this is the Sober Gang Experience Podcast. If you are new to my channel right now, I would love for you guys to make sure you comment below and let me know your experiences with some of your withdrawals. Also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. When I say Sober Gang, we are not affiliated with any kind of street gang. We are not affiliated with any kind of colors at all. When I say Sober Gang, that means we are a unit of people that come together to try to inspire and motivate people around the world. I would also love for you guys to go check out some of my recent interviews. I interview people and they come on my platform and we share stories to try to inspire and motivate people in addiction. That's what it's all about. One thing about people in recovery, we are smart, we are strong, and resilient human beings with a powerful and tremendous testimony. We're going to continue to support and help and motivate people in addiction, one episode at a time. Thank you guys for taking the time out to watch this video. I would love for you guys to share this video on your Facebook, Twitter, your Instagram. Let the people know about this video, because a lot of people out there probably just have a misunderstanding of what dope sickness really is, or what we go through when we go through these withdrawals. Thank you guys for taking the time out. I'm Mr. Show Out TV, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Till next time, peace and love.